Hey everybody, how y'all doing this week? I'm doing just fine and dandy. Today will be our last episode, if you will, on ES. All right, we've talked about. Oh, I didn't introduce myself. I'm sorry. My name is Kiki Loves Nigeria. I am the host of this show. And on this show, we talk about anything and everything that has to do with you visiting Africa, repatriating, investing, anything that has to do with Africa. All right. We talk about it on this channel and how it can impact you. All right. And I guess you're saying, well, how can ES impact me? Very easily. ES has encouraged lots and lots and lots of people to come to Ghana. She's going to I'm going to play the video for you in a few minutes where she sat and told us that she was a part of a group who was doing spells on us to not only encourage us to go to Ghana to return, but to invest everything we have. Hey, Rosie, do me a favor. When we get off of here, go into the comment section and comment, because I'm trying to make you a moderator, but I need you got to be in the comment section. Okay, so after we get off of here, go onto the comment section for me and comment in there. Okay, just anything. You can even put dot whatever, but I just need you to go there so I can add you. Okay, thank you. So that's what we're talking about tonight. I lost my chain of thought, but I'll remember in a minute. So that's what we're talking about tonight. How this woman, she's encouraged lots of women to come. She's making it look like, okay, we're independent women. We travel around Africa, we do what we want to do, that it's a luxurious lifestyle. I have all these men who love me, who adore me. I eat this good food and I stay in these good places and I make all this money on YouTube, when it's really a lie, y'all. It's really a lie. This lady is living off of us. Well, not me, because I ain't one of her subscribers. Oh, that's a lie. I do subscribe to her channel, so I can make sure I get those videos. But seriously, on a serious note, she gets this from her subscribers. Her subscribers sustain her lifestyle. But she's not telling you that. She's telling you to come to Ghana, go anywhere in Africa you want to. You're going to meet you this prince. You're going to meet you this Vin man. And you're going to live happy. You're going to go to all these nice fancy places, eat all these nice fancy food. People are going to bow down and worship. And it's all not true. If you just stand back and look at her life. Look at her life. That's what I've been showing you on these past 3 weeks. This is the third and final episode. Look at her life. Don't believe what people tell you. Believe what people show you. All right? This woman tells you she's some mystic. A mystic, do you know what a mystic is? That's like the highest spiritual knowledge. If you're a highly spiritual, knowledgeable person, first thing you're not going to do is sell coochie coupons, because you realize, like the Bible says, your body is a temple. And you don't just offer this temple as a commodity. So that should be your first clue that this woman is not who she's pretending to be, and who she has been pretending to be over 10 years. Over 10 years, she's played this game with us. And you guys got to realize that. She just goes away. She lays low. She changes her name. She changes her story. She gets these people and she targets the same type of people. She sucks them into her story. And before you know it, she's getting things from them. She's getting things from them. She's crying. She's having these emergencies. She's having this situation. She's having that situation. And she's playing to these women who are empaths, who have vulnerabilities, she's playing to all of that. ES will use a woman just like she'll use a man. And I've showed you that. And there's nothing if you're bisexual, there's no problem with that. But if you're bisexual, you need to let us know you're bisexual. Because from what I see, they're the same to her. She's gonna pimp one just like she pimped the other. Because it's about pimping here. That's what it's about. Getting what I can get from you and making you think that I care about you when I really only care about myself. But like I told y'all, if a woman don't care about her kids, you better run with that woman. And this woman tells you in her videos, she ain't hiding it. She says, I was not fighting over no kids. That's what she says. And they turned out the way they turned out. That's on them and their father. He thought he could do a better job than me. So now he didn't. Now, too bad for them. This is not no mature adult woman. Who says that? A woman who didn't raise her kids. And you know how you know she didn't raise them kids? Because listen to how she talks about them. She talks about the kids when they were real little. When they were real little. Probably real little, real little in elementary school. She don't talk about middle school. She don't talk about them in high school. She don't talk about them as young adults. Because guess what? She spent no time with them. So tell me, how was a woman who turned her back on her kids because she said, I'm not fighting for no kids? Because they wasn't worth the fight. If her kids ain't worth the fight, how do you trust this woman? How do you believe anything this type of woman says? When she showed you and told you over and over and over again, I'm going to use whoever I can to get whatever I want. But Africa ain't the place you do that, y'all. Because I told y'all, when you study Africa, they'll tell you that's a very spiritual place. Spirits are alive and well over there. So don't go over there playing games because you're going to get caught up. You're going to get caught up. And that's what's happened to her. She done got caught up playing games. See, you don't know who you playing with because you don't know whose family is whose family. You don't know what that family believes in. You don't know who that family is. We don't know none of that because we're not from there. But you better believe them people from there know that. They know that. So that's why I have to do videos about this, because this is impacting us. It's putting women in a very dangerous situation. Africa is no place where a woman should go and play around. They don't like that. They don't like when women come over there playing around. Single women come over there playing around, flaunting that independent woman lifestyle. They don't like that. But E.S. thinks she's the master manipulator. She got the spirit of seduction. She worships the spirit of seduction. So she thinks I can seduce men, I can seduce women into doing whatever I want them to. Whatever. Like Princess Yoko told us last week, she thought she was gonna get in my mind. So I would give her my land. He told y'all. She wants to get in your mind, to manipulate your mind. Y'all don't believe devils exist? Y'all don't believe it? God has warned us over it. No matter what you believe, it don't matter. They warn you that belief system warned you that everybody around here ain't real. Well, I'm not going to say they're not real. They real, but they are not the children of God. They worship evil spirits. They commune with evil spirits. And how can you tell? Their actions. Their actions. And the repercussions of their actions. Look at this woman's life. Wherever she hasn't been kicked out, she's been run out. Everywhere she go. Everywhere. aware. Take a look, y'all. Quit being like that. Sit back and pay attention to the details. Sit back on the porch and watch the show. This woman show you because she love to talk about herself. She thinks she the SHIT. She thinks she that. At her big age. See, when you still thinking you that SHIT at a big age like that, that's a big sign that you're very immature. And when you run into immature women, you better run the other way. You better run the other way, because they don't mean you or your situation any good. Any good. Now, I've sat back and watched this woman, I don't know how many years. James did UN did a whole thing on her, a whole series on her. UN went away. She went away, licked her wounds. She changed her name. She came back. DIY house and farm. We start revealing again. People start coming to me again. And see, I don't just pick and choose. Oh, I'm going to talk about her. I'm going to talk about her. No, that ain't how it works on this channel. People write me. People call. I'm not going to say they call me. Most people write me. They either in the comment section or they either email me about some YouTube content creator that they've had some type of dealings with, and they want me to share their story. So this is where ES came from, okay? It ain't just, oh, I want to talk about ES for what? But I realize now, people, no matter, you got to keep saying this. You got to keep on. Because when Incredible Adventures is her new channel now, if you look up Incredible Adventures, you will find none of this. None of this. None of it. Just like this thing, I got to put Eat, Love, Migrate somewhere on here, because if you don't have all of them on there, they're not going to find her, because people don't know her, know her by all these different aliases. So that's why we're a resource here where you can come to, and if you think somebody doing shady business, you just come on this channel and you look through the channel. Just look through it. Just look through it. It's free. Look through it and you're going to see. If you see the person that you got questions about, watch the video. It's just that simple. I have receipts for everything. I am a trained researcher. That's how I got through graduate school. I did research for professors. That's what I did. I am a trained qualitative researcher. I can do, quantitative. I'm sorry. I can do qualitative and I can do both, qualitative and quantitative. I can do both of them. But my favorite is qualitative. And that's what we do over here. So again, let me get back. Fair use. Everything we do is fair use, because I believe in primary sources. As a researcher, I want you to understand what primary sources are. So people can't say you lying, because you ain't lying. You didn't say it. Here's the person who said it. And here's the proof. I can show you who said it. I didn't say anything. I just read it and I commented over it. And guess what? Guess what the U.S. Constitution says? It says I can do that. It says Kiki loves Nigeria. She could do that. All right. So that's why I use other people's material, because I want you to hear what they say for themselves. I don't want you to think, oh, Kiki said it, or no. I want you to see for yourself. So you learn how to do research, number one, and you know how to text. You can tell a primary source from a secondary source. And then there's even third sources, like third-party sources. So you know all of that. That's the purpose of the fair use. All right. Then, like I said, I want you to hear what the person said so you can see I'm not twisting anything they say. All right. Then everything on this channel is alleged. All right. I don't have time to make stuff up. No, alleged. I'm sorry. Everything on this channel is alleged. All right. If it's not If it's a crime and it hasn't been to court, it's alleged. All right. If it's some kind of gossip or something, it's all alleged. All right. It's my opinion on these allegations. Okay. On this channel, I state my opinion on these allegations. My opinions are not facts. You can take them as a fact if you like, but it is not a fact. I'm telling you right now, it is not a fact. All right. Not a fact at all. Not a fact. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a teacher. That's what I do. I teach. And that's what I come on this channel to do. Teach. That's what I'm here for, to teach. All right. So we did opinions. We did everybody's entitled to their opinion. We did allegations. We did fair use. All right. Now we're ready to go. Woo, I need some glasses. They are way across the room. Rosie says, hello, Kiki. Good evening, everyone. She says, y'all, please hit the like button. Please, as y'all come in. Oh, I need to change this. Please, as y'all come in, will y'all please hit the like button for us? And would you please consider, y'all know what I'm going to ask y'all to do. Will y'all please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel so we can get up to 5,000 subscribers so we can get our message out and keep our message strong. All right. I know y'all like, well, Kiki, did you do the What's Up group? No, I have not. Y'all know I have not done that. I am trying to get my life together. School is about to start. But I am going to. I promise you that is coming. All right, so let me get back over here to these comments. Kiki, I don't sub to her channel. She says she is, I got to get my glasses. Y'all really can't see this. She is boring. She's a boring, con, honest lady of the right. I'm good. I'm good, sis. Yeah, I subscribe to her because, I have to watch her. I have to watch her. But it's really hard because of her fakeness. The fake, I mean, come on, this is grown. This woman is grown. 20-year-olds, 30 years old, I can tolerate the fakeness because they're still coming into their self. But at 40 and up, you need to stop with the fakeness. You need to be in who you are or on your way to becoming the woman that you're supposed to be, instead of out here playing games, leading these other women, these other old fools astray. Because it's a whole bunch of old fools out here. It really is. And they being led astray like Kenza Babe. That's another one. Led astray, just talking about my onions. I went to the onion farm. You went all the way to Ghana. You left your kids. You took your money you got from your divorce. You sold your house. You took that money. You went to Ghana to build the Whoville house and give the rest to Super Shorty so he could have a wonderful life with his family. And that's what you making videos about. And you encouraging us to do the same. And you be there by yourself all of the time. All of the time. The 20-year-old barely pays attention to you. And this is what you're encouraging us to do? Hey, pass me my glasses, please. On the table, on the couch. Yeah, that's dangerous to encourage other women, especially elderly women, middle-aged women. Don't encourage them to do that. Honey, you get hurt over there. You see she barely making it. You see what she going through. But, girl, did you just really give me some sunglasses? Are you serious? This girl gonna bring me some sunglasses, y'all. What am I gonna do with that? I can't see. Oh, Jesus. Hold on, y'all, because I can't see these. This is just a big blur. Okay. All right. On this podcast, we don't judge. We just state facts. Exactly. Yes, it's a madam. Yeah, a madam. You're right. In my opinion, she's a madam. Y'all remember the madams back in the day? And the madam didn't care if he was male or female. Remember Diamond? Was that her name, y'all? Who remembers the Players Club? All right. Remember Lisa Ray's character? Was that Diamond? No, not Lisa Ray character. The other lady with the blonde hair. I can't remember if her hair was blonde or not, but she was running the place. Okay. That's ES. She was like the one everybody had to go to in the stripper club to get on, to do anything. That's ES. Yeah, she's a madam, in my humble opinion. I got to drink some water on that one. I'm sorry, y'all. I was thirsty. Hey, Miss King. Hello, Celeste. Hey, everybody. Hi, MS. You watching from Atlanta. Good. Hey, Edra. Honey, did you see that? Now she's offering tours to Egypt. I think she's renting an apartment in Kenya as an Airbnb to make money. So you think she's using the Airbnb in Kenya to make money? But do she got money? Do she got a bed in it? And is the Airbnb in her name? Or is it in that man's name? Because see, remember the man helped her get it. Okay. And she overstayed. Oh, somebody shared the video twice. Oh, thank y'all. Look, she overstayed in Kenya. All right. It's going to be another visa to go back to Kenya. I'm not saying she can't get it, but in my opinion, it's going to be difficult for her to get another visa to go back because she overstayed. All right. And like she said, their new law is $200 a day. Now we're going to get to that because what I don't understand is how can you be this world traveler and don't know the visa rules? She didn't even know the dang old visa rules in Ghana. Her visa was messed up in Ghana. Then she goes to Kenya. Her visa messed up in Kenya. And people are following this lady. She on here talking about she gonna give you a tour. She gonna take you to, she gonna do this, she gonna do that. She running somebody's business in Kenya and she don't even have the proper documents. Are you joking? Y'all better quit. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. Whoever's supporting her, whoever's following her, you are under a spell. In my humble opinion, you under some type, because that ain't normal. That's not normal. Hold on, I'm thirsty. Oh, y'all, that was real cold. I didn't mean to sound like that, but it was good and cold. Hey, African goddess. Rosie saying, hi, African goddess is saying, many West African societies have strong traditions that can constrain women, while at the same time, women often play extremely significant roles, extremely significant economic, social, and political roles. She's exactly right, but they know the role to play. Because even in Nigeria, I believe it is in Nigeria, where they have the queens, it's these mothers, it's these women who choose the next king. They do that. So they have power, but it's in certain roles. They know the role that they play in their culture. She don't. She want to go over there and be a man. She want to do what the men do. She ain't satisfied doing what the women do. She want to go and do what the men do. She don't respect the culture. She disrespects the culture. She wants to put what she wants to take what she wants to take from the culture and move on. You can't do that. If you following this woman, I'm telling you, you're going to end up like this woman, homeless in Africa. Call it what it is, y'all. Call it a spade a spade. This woman is homeless in Africa. At her big age, at her big mature age. She ain't mature though. She's not. This is what happens this is what happens. And no man, and I'm sorry to say this, y'all, I'm so sorry, but this woman's going to be alone for the rest of her life because don't no man want no woman like this. Not no responsible man. Let me tell y'all, African men sit back and they watch you. They watch you and they know instantly whether I'm going to play with you or whether I'm going to take you seriously. They know instantly. They know. And the way she carries herself, nobody would, because of her age, for one, they're not going to respect her because of her age. She's not married. They're going to look down on her. And then they're going to say, okay, try to find out, well, maybe she got a divorce. Maybe she just recently got a divorce. Maybe it was bad. But when they find out, you done been with Prince of Yoko, you done been with Vin Man, you done been here, you done been there, and ain't none of them your real husband. No, they're going to play you like the rest play you. And I'm telling y'all, and y'all know how I know, because I have African male men for my friends, and they tell me this. I'm not making this up. I didn't read this in no book. These men sit and tell me. When you give it up to them like that, them African men, they don't want you. They don't want you. They will use you for the sex. Do what they want to you. Turn you every which way but loose. And then poof, I'm gone. Because it's time for me to get serious, like Vin Man. It's time for Vin Man to get serious with his life. He can't be on YouTube playing anymore. You know, they got to join committees in their community. They got to be active in their community. He has to do what real men do. You see, he cut the dreads off. Boys wear that stuff. It's time to be a man. So men don't play on YouTube. See, men don't play with people like ES. They don't. Because they're going to look at Vin Man and say, what are you doing with this? This woman is a joke. And I'm telling y'all the honest to God truth. Honest to God truth. She don't get no respect nowhere. No, they don't respect you when you behave like this. Running from here, there, everywhere. Nobody out late at night by yourself, sitting in a cafe, doing videos. They don't respect you. They think something's wrong with you. And I'm telling you the truth. You following this person, you're going to end up like this person. And that ain't no lie. What can she teach you? What can she teach you? She said on the one video, she said she was on YouTube 10 years. That was 5-6 years ago. So she been on YouTube 16 years and she's still homeless. She been doing this for 16 years and she still don't got no place to stay. She ain't got nothing to call her on. She ain't got no place to lay her head, no stable place to lay her head. That's a shame before God. And this woman got 3 kids. That's a shame before God. And she got the nerve to come on here and try to tell you, oh, I'm doing this business. Oh, I'm a spiritual guru. Oh, I'm a mystic. Mystic by you know what? Mystic that. A mystic ain't homeless unless they choose to be. And they're usually on a spiritual quest. She ain't on no spiritual quest. She's searching for you know what, and it start with a D or it start with a P. Okay? Whichever one gonna give her some money. Whichever one gonna support her. That's who she gonna go with. Whoever paying the most. Her mouth is filthy. Her ways are filthy. It's like the prince said, she's a doubt, and she doesn't even know she's a doubt. Do y'all know what that is? That's a nothing. That's a nobody. That's a trash. That's why she can't stand him. Go, he's not a prince. I never met a prince before, but he was a prince when you were sleeping with him. He was a prince till you met Vin Man. And now he ain't a prince no more. Because he recorded everything you did and showed the world what you did. So he ain't a prince no more. Because you said so. Oh, okay. Okay. Let me see where we are. While at the same time, women often play extreme. Okay, yeah, they do. Especially in the market, like those market ladies. You don't realize how much the market ladies play in that economy there. They run the market. And the market is a big economic system there. So they do play roles in Africa, but they know their role. See, that where we come from in the West, honey, we got to play everybody. We got to play every role. We got to play every position. And it's sad, but we do. We got to play every position. And when we go to a place where we ain't got to play every position, some of us are not smart enough to realize, oh, I ain't got to play every position now. I just got to play one position. Oh, for real? Oh, well, let me just find out what that position is. And I'm going to play that position, honey. Yeah, I'm going to play that position. Because if I ain't got to play 10 positions at once and I can just play one, you best believe I'm going to play that one. But some of us don't get that. We go to Africa and we still want to play 10 positions. And a lot of times those are his position, but we want to play it. We want to take it on. We want to do it. And where do we end up? We set ourselves up for nothing, to end up with nothing. What did ES end up with? Nothing. She tried to play Prince Yoko and she wound up with nothing but a video telling the world she pays for her debts with coochie coupons. What does she end up with, Vin Man? What? A video saying that she gives all the men she's involved with BJs. I'm going to play that video for you. She took all these down. But you know it's her because she got the same clothes on. So if she making all this money, tell me, why is she wearing the same clothes from 2 and 3 and 4 years ago? Why? Don't y'all wonder that? Do y'all not pay attention to that? Do y'all not pay attention? Oh, she keep wearing the same stuff. Oh, she just had that on 2 or 3 years ago. Usually, people, that's a sign that I don't have much money. I don't. And there's nothing wrong with not having much money, but don't present it to the world like you balling and you not, and you scrapping. You scraping by over there. You scraping by. She homeless again in Egypt with the $25 visa, or is it $30 to go to Egypt? But whatever it is, it's a cheap visa. So I'm going to keep going to these cheap visa places where I can get in and lay my head till I figure out my next plan. And this is going to be your reality. This is your reality when you go to Africa. And this is the truth. When you're a passport granny, this is your reality. Women don't chase men over there. Women don't do the things she does over there. If you want to do that, come over here and do that. But she done offended so many people. Y'all can't tell me somebody done put a curse, ain't put no curse on her. I know better than that. She has offended too many people. You can't continue to offend a society like that and don't expect things to come back on you. The way she disrespected Prince Yoko's whole community, that man wasn't the only man to live in that house. He has elders that live in that house. She disrespected all of them. And y'all think that grandma cool with that? Y'all think auntie cool with that? Y'all think grandma and auntie don't sit around and talk about what they gonna do to her, or what they've done to her, or what they gonna cast on her? Y'all don't think that? Okay. Well, I'm telling y'all, that's how they get down in Africa. You don't do something to them and think for 1 second you're gonna get away with it. They don't play like that. They not gonna get you the way we get you. We get you out, we just out and open with it. But nah, they ain't gonna get you like that. They gonna get you and you ain't gonna even know they getting you. That's why this woman is homeless. You disrespected every man there. Even Vin Man's family, he disrespected his own family for you. For you. Because he wanted that money. It wasn't about you. It was about, he thought he was going to have fame. He thought he was going to have money. And then he saw, oh, it ain't worth all this. It ain't worth the disgraces bringing onto my family. It ain't the humiliation that is coming to my family because of you. This man has a real family. He playing with ES to come up off of her. Everybody seen that. Why he breaking her off? He just breaking her off. That's all he doing. Giving ES what she ain't never had. Giving her the best you know what she ever had in her life. Just breaking her down every time. Every time he give it to her, he breaking her off. Because you know what? That's how he get her under his control. Because ain't nobody been breaking that chick off. Not before she came to Africa, I told y'all. No, ES was a big girl. Look how big she was in the village. She was bigger than that here. So it wasn't none of that going down here. So when she gets over there and I'm losing weight, now I think I'm the stuff and I can get Vin Man with the big chest and Vin Man can break me off because I'm a big girl and he can handle it. She was just, matized. Instead of her getting control of him, that backfired. He got control of her. She fell in love with D. And now she thought he was in love with her. No. He ain't. He was never in love with you, ma'am. It was about what he could get. And this is the reality of the passport granny. This is the reality. And y'all need to realize that. Hey, stand there. Y'all need to realize that. That's what this is how you will end up, Kenza. By yourself and homeless. Talking to yourself. Lying every video. You lying in every video. Remember, she was just a real estate agent, 3 weeks ago in Kenya? She was just managing somebody's business 4 weeks ago in Kenya. Now she in Egypt. What happened to the boat? Remember, she was a tour guide on a boat. What happened to that? This woman too old for this nonsense. Listen, ES is an attractive, articulate woman. When I first saw her, she came across as the type of Martha Stewart in Africa. When I first saw her, I just felt like she was lying. I just felt lies. Like when I first saw her, I just felt lies. I can't even remember when it was. I don't think I knew. Oh, I do remember. It was the video with her and her daughters. And she was in Ghana, and she had just got to Ghana, and she was staying at Africa One. I think that's what it was, that Mama Africa place. She was staying there, and that's when I saw how beautiful her daughters were. And that's when I was asking myself, and I could tell they were like young. They were like going into womanhood. They were young women. It was like you should be with them as they go through this point in their life, because this is the point when they really need their mother. You know, so she was trying to convince them to come to Ghana, and they looking at her like, are you crazy? We're not coming here. You know, and so that when I saw that, I was like, I knew she really didn't have a relationship with them like that. But at that time, I did not know that she didn't raise them. But that made sense why they was, you know, responding to her the way they were responding to her. Like, we're not coming to live with you. We never lived with you. Why would we live with you now? You know, so that was the first time I saw her, and I was just really shocked that she wanted her girls to leave the comforts of California to come here, and that she was willing to walk away from her children to go to Africa. That's what shocked me about her. Instead of visiting, you can always visit and go back. You don't have to never leave, but she never took care of them. So you see, it was easy for her to do that. She doesn't even have My Wish or My Command website.com. So she don't have that. She used to. You see what I mean? So why isn't she telling you that? Why is she still making y'all seem like this lifestyle is doing, she's just living the luxury lifestyle, that she's rich and she's living this high society lifestyle, and everybody knows she's not. Hey, T&K, she says, good evening, everyone. I'm driving home. I'm just listening for now. All right, be careful. All right. Hey, Gwendolyn says, hi, Kiki. Hey, y'all, hit the like button as you come in. African Goddess says, the problem is the lifestyle she promotes can make you subject to a lot of resentment and social disapproval, which can be dangerous. Very dangerous. Very dangerous, y'all. You need to go to that place and lay low, especially if you're by yourself. You don't need to know. You don't need to go if you're by yourself, for one. If you don't know nobody, you don't need to go like that. That ain't no place you go like that. It's just not. It's not Jamaica. It's not the Bahamas. It's not the Caribbean. It ain't that. It's just not that. All right? It's not that. Oh, look, y'all. 800 jewels. Thank you. Let Me Grow. Let Me Grow says, good day. Good evening, Kiki. Hey, Let Me Grow. Hey, she says, peace in the chat. Oh, my God, more jewels. 200, 100. High five. Yep. What happens if your visa is out of date and you need to leave the country ASAP? If your visa is out of date, from what I've been researching, I'm going to tell you about Kenya. I've been researching them just to kind of make sure I understand it. That if your visa is out of date, even if you just say, forget it, I'm leaving, I'm out of date, that still does not waive you from the penalties of being an overstay. Okay, because the moment your visa expires, that next day, you're considered illegal. Okay, and they know when you leave the country. So from now, their new law says $200 a day that you stay over. You owe me $200 a day. That's the fine. So you usually have to just, you pay that fine. All right. So, but she left before they even got back with her. She just left because she knew she was an overstay. She knew she was there illegally. She knew she had overstayed by a lot of days. Okay, so she just left. So the chances of her, I don't know, because I'm not an immigration officer in Kenya, but for her to go back to Kenya, she's got to go through immigration. And I don't know if she's going to be able to do that because as of now, she overstayed and she's illegal. Now tell me, how can somebody, this big solo traveler who's been doing this for 15, 16 years, how does she become an overstay? Just like in Ghana, her visa was jacked up in Ghana. Then she go to Kenya and her visa is jacked up in Kenya. How? And she's encouraging y'all to come take a tour with her in Egypt because she wants some money. She don't want to tour y'all around because she says she don't like doing tours. She don't like doing that. She don't like being bothered with y'all unless y'all giving her some money. She don't want to be bothered with y'all unless y'all are giving her money. She don't like people like that. Ezra says she sure won't be able to help anyone. She's just going to live off of them. Yep. And have people in those alleys in Giza in horse cars. Because they a fool, girl, if they go and do that. Ain't no way. Yep, ES said that the owner of the studio told her it's hers. ES did say she would turn the studio into an Airbnb. But how? It's not in her name. Come on. The owner. She's not the owner. Hint, hint, hint. The Airbnb's account is in the owner's name. She could be the host, I guess, but I don't know how she's going to do that when she doesn't have a work permit. She got to get a work permit. You can't just go to these countries and work and do whatever you want to do. That's the problem. And she's presenting it to us like you could just go over there today and tomorrow you run the business. No. Each country has different laws according to where you're from, and you need to pay attention to that. You need to research it before you even go. But the lady who's been doing this for 16, 20 years don't even know the rules. She get kicked out, ran out of every, just think. I was just sitting here thinking, I said, boy, she got ran out of Tanzania. She got kicked out of Ghana. Her visa wasn't no good in Ghana. She got kicked out and ran out of Ghana. And now she done got kicked out of Kenya. She was run out of Egypt because the friend's husband wouldn't let her hang around her no more because he says she's a witch. Now, how does he know? I know he don't watch this channel, so how do he know she's a witch? So she was run out of there. Now she done ran back because the visa is only $25 to $30, so it's cheap. I'm going to go someplace cheap, and I'm going to act like it's a luxury. This girl sitting outside at 10 o'clock at night. Y'all, let me tell you something. Don't no woman want to be sitting outside at no bar 10, 11 o'clock at night talking on the Wi-Fi. She's either doing that because she don't have Wi-Fi inside of her apartment or she don't have it on her phone. That's the only reason she's out there. She's not eating. She's sitting out there with a coat on looking like a fool. Talking about, oh, it's so beautiful, and I just love it here. You love being outside at 10 or 11 o'clock at night with a coat on freezing? You not eat, and all she have is coffee because I'm broke. I'm broker than a joke, so I got to be careful because I can't spend anything till the 21st because that's when I get paid. But let me show y'all this. So this is fair use. And I want to show y'all this real quick. So this is one way I knew nobody cared about this woman. I saw this and I said, I knew for sure that this Vin Man dude and again, this is fair use, that this Vin man, when I saw this video, I knew for sure he didn't care nothing about her, and he never, ever has cared anything about her.
I fly to Tamale, and this is where the universe really said, oh, you want a soft life. Let's
This is where our Kathy was, Tamale.
test you.
You see, she didn't mess with our Kathy. Why she didn't mess with our Kathy? Huh? They're the same type. Like same spiritual. They went to the same school. They both know Chief Amechi. I told you. This is what they do. They go to that school, then they go to Africa. And they go and spread the spiritual stuff. But these people are wannabe witches. They wannabe witches. When I saw this, I said, this dude don't care nothing about her. And he never cared anything about her. I said he don't care nothing about her, and he never cared. He never cared any. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to pay this premium thing. Oh, hold on. Let me skip it. Okay. And I said he never cared anything about her. Wait till y'all see this. Because when y'all see this, y'all gonna know. This is where she lived. Well, see, she living in the city now, honey. She done left the village. She living in the city. She ain't trying to go back to the village, honey. She living in the city. This is the first time she done lived in the city.
Just
like
park in
that.
front of it.
This is where she lived. Look at it. This is the farm. This is the farm. Look at it. This is her little farm. Her little farm. Look at it. Look at all of this. They never care. They don't like her. Not only do they not care about this place, they don't like her. This says, this right here, I can't stand you. All of this is, I don't like you and I can't stand you. And why are the cabinets out here? You see what I mean? Why? What is this? This is like drywall that's out here.
Wow.
Look, yeah, wow.
Monkey do.
And this was the saddest thing.
Monkey do.
This was the saddest thing.
Hey, monkey.
Is when I saw this monkey do tied to this tree like this. That made me want to cry. Because I think Edra told me that. I forgot who told me. But somebody told me Vin Man gave her Monkey Do as their child because they couldn't have kids. So he gave her this monkey. Now, look what he did with the monkey when she left. He tied the monkey to a tree. The monkey don't even have food, y'all. Hold on, let me get back over here.
Hi.
Look, this is so sad. Why not just let him go? That's what I didn't understand. Why not just let this monkey go? You obviously, Vin Man obviously don't have no interest in this monkey. Why do you have him tied? This Peter needs to be called on this.
Monkey do.
He hungry. Look at his bowl. Ain't no water in that bowl. Ain't no water in that bowl. This is so sad that he would do this monkey like this.
I saw him. I saw Monkey Do.
Look at the ducks.
I saw the remaining ducks. And
now, look at the house. This is, I can't stand you. I've never liked you. The TV is gone. The furniture is gone. He got his motorcycle. The door is open so anything and everything can come and live up in here. That's the kitchen she used to cook in. This is, I can't stand you. There was no reason to tear up this house like this. There was no reason to destroy this house other than, I don't like you.
Truth is, it's dust. It's desert. It's done.
Yep.
All is
Yep. It's done.
well. The property in the forest is for sale.
Now look, the property in the forest is for sale. How are you selling property that belongs to Ben Man's father? How are you selling that? She's not, that don't belong to her to sell. Just like what's it called? Bonsu Village. She was supposed to be selling that. How you sell stuff that don't belong to you? King of Yoko blocked off that road. You couldn't even get over there. So tell me, how do you sell stuff that don't even belong to you? All right. So let me show y'all. Let's go back and put this up here in case y'all forgot. All right, let me go over here and get y'all comments. All right. Let's see what y'all saying now. Edra, the horse carts in Giza is crazy. Girl, it's true though. That's where they'll be. Celeste says, Kiki, shortly after arriving in Egypt, she addresses the people who said she donated money, She said she could have a real mattress and promises to put the money toward it. Then she said she was not sure. Okay, say that again, Celeste. Kiki, shortly after arriving in Egypt, she addresses the people who she said donated money. So she could have a real mattress and promise to put the money towards it. So people don't tell me that. She didn't have no bed. So the people gave her money to buy a bed, and she didn't spend the money on the bed. Then she said she wasn't sure. She wasn't sure about what? If she spent it on the mattress? Wow. I pray she is not. She is homeless though. Where's her home, African goddess? She ain't got no home. She's staying in wherever she's staying at now. When the money run out, or whenever the thing run out, she don't have no place to call her own. She going here, there, everywhere. If she'd return, how's she gonna return to Egypt though? I mean, Kenya. That's a big if. And if yes, it does appear to look like ES is homeless in Africa, Ms. King says, a traveling woman vagabond. It is, and that is so unsafe. It's so unsafe. How is she gonna be running a tour, take you on a tour? And she just got there. She was run out of there because her friend couldn't be bothered with her no more because her husband said no because she's a witch. African goddess says to Sheila, if you're right, she needs to leave before something bad happens. Exactly. Yeah, she needs to leave. Hey, team member, how you been? She don't have no direction or purpose. Her direction is to get money. Her purpose is to get money. That's the direction and that's the purpose. Don't think you need a visa for Egypt. Yeah, we need one. We need a visa, but it doesn't cost that much. It's like $25 or $30. You need a visa in Egypt. It's cheap though. Yeah, it's like $25 or $30. Oh, you know what, O'Shea? I was just thinking about you. When? When? Okay, I'm ready. I was just thinking about that. And I was like, I can't wait. It should be close to that time. So when? Let me know, because I'm ready to go. Please. Oh, thank you, O'Shea, for the super chat. He says, uh-oh, my boo, it's going in. You know, it's our time to expose you know who. I'm ready whenever you are. So just let me know. Let me know. I'm ready. I'm thinking we need to be a bit gentle on ES. There's obviously some level of trauma or something going on because she's exposing herself too much. I think we're just talking about the stuff she does. So maybe she needs to go easy on herself. You know what I mean? Cut out your shenanigans, ma'am. That's the first thing. You need to cut out your shenanigans. And if you want to do your shenanigans, don't put it on YouTube. Don't come and normalize it. You know, don't make it seem like it's just, you know, it's the, you know, it's the best thing in the world since sliced bread, and we know it's not. All right, we know it's not. Hey, heavy pedal time. Heavy pedal time says she is wild. Egypt has an elaborate 3D trade. They will disease her up. She keep playing in Africa. Yep. She gonna get messed up. Yeah, he was. That's what he was doing. He was tossing her up. He was doing everything. He was doing everything because he knew she ain't got it like, she ain't never had it like that. So he was doing everything, y'all. He was breaking her off like she ain't never been broke off before. And that's why she just, oh, I love Vin Man. Vin Man ain't done nothing. Ain't even bought her a sucker. Ain't even bought her a sucker. But she loved her some Vin Man. I told y'all why she loved her son. Because he was breaking her off. Prince Yoko was too little. He couldn't pick that big old woman up. He could do the best he could do, but that's a little dude. He ain't that big. That woman is big. She tall and big. So this dude was breaking her off, and she done lost her mind and gave him everything. And she thought because she was getting broke off, he was getting broke off too, but he wasn't. He was playing along with it. He was just playing along to get that money, to get in her head. And you see what he did to her place after she was gone. Look at it. Does that look like a man loves a woman? Does it look like that? No. African Goddess says hi to O'Shea. The sliding Baptist has entered the chat. O'Shea, Duke Jackson, what it do? Maya. Hey, Maya. She says, I detect no lies. New member. Oh, African Goddess. Why does it say new member? O'Shea says he's laughing. Team member says slap. Y'all are horrible. Hi, Fiona. How you doing, sweetie? So if she can't pay the fine, she ain't coming in. She cannot come in. So I don't understand that apartment she supposedly owned. She don't own the apartment. The dude owned the apartment. She's not renting out no Airbnb. She don't own nothing. How can she own something? She just got there. And guess what? For her to do business in Egypt and Kenya, somebody one of them country people got to have their name on that business. So the same thing that was going on in Ghana when she was talking about Prince Yoko and then was trying to run the reading business, the spiritual business. They were trying to run it and they wouldn't let her run it. No, because you ain't from there. No, they wasn't letting you run it. And that's what she got mad at. Talking about Prince, they was going around her and going to him. So if she can't pay the fine, she probably won't, and they still may not let her come back because she was illegal. And then she just left. She didn't settle it. She just skedaddled. Remember a few months ago, Miss King says, when ES was in Egypt, went in the bushes at night with those two strange men at night to pee. She also slept overnight on that small boat with those two nasty Egyptian men. Now let me read that again. Because I done been to Africa so many times, I can't even count. And I ain't never done that. Do you know what kind of woman they looking at her as? She's a nothing to them. Especially those Egyptian people. Ooh, remember a few months ago when ES was in Egypt? Went in the bushes at night with those two strange men at night to pee. She also slept overnight on that small boat with those two Egyptian men. So that sounds like she homeless to me, y'all. People who got a home ain't peeing in the bushes. A luxury woman like ES is not. We don't pee in the bushes. So why is she peeing in the bushes if she balling? She's supposed to be balling. That's the lifestyle she's portraying to y'all. But she's really homeless, peeing in the bushes, sleeping on a boat. Remember, that was the boat that was supposed to be her business. Sheila says, I did not see that, but staying on the boat with two strange men, yeah, that's real dangerous. Yeah, sure is. Yeah, she did. And she said she was the co-owner of the boat. Which video was it, y'all? So we can go back and watch it. I saw the whole video. Yes, ES did that. Where, y'all? Show me the video. She still got coochie coupons. She still be all right. Yeah, she probably paid them in coochie coupons. Yeah. And you know she likes the trios. Allegedly, she's down for the trios, and we know she's down for the BJs. So let me give y'all the proof that she's down for the BJs. This is another reason I'm telling you this is not no type of woman that you should be following or listening to. And again, this is just my humble opinion. All right. So let me show you she down for the BJs also. Yeah, she down for the BJs. Yeah, let me show y'all.
What you want to do is save.
Yep, she likes to give BJs also. So she gives out coochie coupons and she gives out BJs. And you ain't even got to, you don't be her husband. She just gives them. She gives BJs on the regular. This is what she do. She's the BJ queen. She the coochie coupon BJ queen. And she let you know. Because how else do I know? Let's look at this real quick. Hold on. They're going to say yes to you.
But you know what? Some people didn't get the memo about relationships and the realities. In relationships and in marriages, sometimes we're required to yield. Do you know what that means? Yield towards one another. Yield. Meaning that you can be all strong in your stance about who you are, but even as strong as I am, I yield to my man. Y'all have seen it live and in effect on this channel. That's nothing compared to the reality. I know how to behave for a
bend
man,
over for him.
for a king.
You mean you bend over? Is that what you yielding? Is that yielding? I bend over for Ben Man. I squat for Ben Man. That's her yielding, y'all. She talking about sex. Okay, because this ain't no relationship other than nothing like that. It is not no real relationship. It ain't no love relationship. She love him, but he don't love her. All right.
You have to be a king indeed. Thou shalt not yield for someone that is not at the status that he's supposed to be. Y'all don't even hear me though. Like it's almost like it's like this. If you're a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and if you're offended by this, be mad at me today and get over it. We'll be friends tomorrow. You're a boyfriend and a girlfriend and you're living together, right? And you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're giving massages, you're giving blowjobs and shit. And you're doing all of these magical things that a wife does. Why?
Exactly. You're cooking, you're cleaning, you're doing everything. You're giving BJs. According to her, she's cooking, she's cleaning, she's giving BJs. She giving BJs. And hold on, I'm trying to stop this video. She giving BJs, and she still is not a wife. And y'all heard her say it herself. Y'all heard her just say it herself. She giving BJs, and she still is not a wife. Let's hear it again.
And you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're giving massages, you're giving blowjobs and shit. And you're doing all of these magical things that a wife does. Why? Why?
Yeah, that's what we want to know. Why?
Why?
Why? Yes, why?
So that goes for a marriage.
That's what we want to know. We want to know why. That's what I'm telling y'all. Why? This and we didn't need to know that. Why did we need to know that? Why did we need to know that? Why did we need to know that, y'all? We didn't need to know that. But this is the type of woman you're dealing with. This is not no mature. This is not a mature. I'm a mature black woman. Okay. I'm about as mature as it's going to get. I'm about as black as you're going to get. And y'all know I don't act like that. Don't nobody on y'all see y'all here talk to Edra. We talk to Edra every week. We talk to Rosie every week. We talk to Sheila every week. We talk to T and K every week. We talk to Steph every week. Who else on here we talk to every week? Let Me Grow. We talk to her. We talk to Fiona. We talk to Maya. We talk to all these women. Celeste, Rosie, African Goddess, Gwendolyn. Do they act like that? Do they even talk like that? No, we don't. We don't. Women do not behave like this. And they're normalizing this behavior as if it's normal. And it ain't. It ain't. It ain't normal to get put out every place you go. It ain't normal to be run out of every place you go in Africa. You know what these Africans are saying about her? They saying this lady is cursed. You can't tell me they don't. I've been around Africans too long, honey. I know what they say about you. She still got coochie coupons, honey. They don't age well. No, them coochie coupons, this didn't age well. No, it didn't age well. None of it did. Mr. Set Policeman. Oh my God. This Amechi didn't end well. He did not. Amechi did not end well, but all of them were part of that Chief Amechi school. True that. She said she was co-owner of the boat. Yeah. Well, what happened to that? Hi, Mr. Scent Policeman. How you doing? I can tell she doesn't like any, what is this? Any loneliness. Any what? Loneliness. Money is involved. Oh, I can tell she doesn't like any unless money is involved. Shorty exposed her and confiscate all of her leg. Please confiscate her leggings, because that's, and she ain't even, honey, she only got one pair, them black ones. I'm so tired of seeing them black leggings. She wear them black leggings like they shapewear. She wear them like they pants. She wear them all the time. Please, y'all, please. Somebody tell her, please put the leggings to rest. Put the leggings. I bet you if she take them leggings off, they can stand up by themselves. Mr. Smith says he looks so sad. Who looks so sad, Mr. Smith? Oh, monkey do. I know, didn't he? I can't even stand looking at that. When your monkey baby that was sad. He gave her the monkey as a child. He is going to sell the monkey. Well, why don't he sell the monkey and just be done with it? And let the monkey, somebody have monkey do who want to take care of him. Because that's cruel. That's the real him. Exactly, Mrs. Smith. That is the real him. Nasty. He don't care. I'm telling you, the way you know he don't care about ES is how he did her stuff when she was gone. He put his motorcycle in her living room. You know, when you leave, like when you travel, your husband keep everything as much as he can the way it was when you was there, because he wants to have your memory, of you being there. They destroyed that place. They didn't want no memory of her. They don't like her. The Africans won't tell you they don't like you. They're going to show you they don't like you. Yeah, we need to call Peter for Monkey Dude. How do we call Peter? He feels like better than the monkey than ES. What you mean? Explain that. Atrocious. Yeah, it is atrocious. Ben Man ain't never lived that ghetto fabulous before. He sure ain't. Yeah, that's true, Miss Smith. He might have taken everything out of the house and sold it. There was no reason to do that other than I don't like you. Hi, Cynthia. Why do you worry so much about other people? I don't worry about them. I talk about them. because that's what I do on this YouTube. Look, you just got here. Okay, so you need to go back to the beginning, because I answered all of that then. I can't take that time up to answer that now. Okay, so that means you just jumped in the middle of the conversation, and then you want to comment, and you knew on top of that. So no, baby doll, we don't do that on this channel. You go back, okay, because I answered that question in the beginning, and I'm not going to take up the time to answer it now. Bansu Village was so beautiful. It was going to be, wasn't it? And then, you know what? I thought it was nice that she was making it for her mom. And I thought it was really sad that it got destroyed like that. But then when I saw that video of what she did to the prince, I'm like, oh, girl, you don't do stuff like that. People will get you. You don't disrespect people's houses and their family. He said his brother and him found him in the forest without its mother. He may have thought that monkey had negative energy due to ES. Oh, I don't know, but just let him go. She was selling, that's what it was, Sojourner Truth. She was selling readings and divinations in Africa. In Africa, that's nuts. I cut her losses then and there. That's what she was doing, readings and divinations, okay? You would pay her and she would do a reading, okay? But the thing is, women don't do that over there. The chiefs do that over there, and they're males. But she was mad because she couldn't do it because she wanted to make the money. Wow, it was a nice house. Can y'all believe they destroyed it like that? ES may need to wrap this up and come on home. Honey, but they can't. Y'all heard what Bayside Jewel told us. They can't just come home like that because they don't have the money to come home like that. ES know if she come home, where's she gonna go? She don't have no home. She can't go stay with her kid. Kenza go stay with her son. She gonna live off her son. So Kenza can go live off her son for a while. Where does ES gonna go? She ain't gonna live off them kids. Some kids don't mess with her like that. They know she didn't do nothing for them. At least Kenza did take care of the kids. Now I can't say that about Kenza. She did take care of the kids. The boys is grown, but I don't care if the boys is grown, Kenza, you still don't walk out your kids' life like that, because that's when they need you. When they're young adults, when they're going through life. I just think how much I needed my mom then. And if my mom would have just left me and went to Africa, I don't even know what kind of woman I would have turned out to be. I really don't, because that's the time when I really needed her. So to have your mom not even be there, no. Mystic Dime says, hey, Mystic Dime, I ain't seen you in a while. She says, if she was really a witch, she would be in witch camp. Thank you, Mystic Dime, in Northern Ghana. And I talked to y'all about the witch camp. She ain't no witch. She ain't no witch. These are wannabe witches, because real witches ain't on the internet telling you they're a witch. The first thing they're going to do is not want you to know they're a witch. They're going to keep that a secret. So no witch is out here announcing on YouTube, I'm a witch and I cast spells on everybody. Witches don't do that. Because for one, you don't reveal the secrets like that. You don't reveal what they do. And since she on here talking about that, they probably trying to get her too. They probably getting her too. Happy paddle time. He says, I feel like I'm homeless in America. I'm always at work. I know that's right. That's like me. I just come and sleep and then I get up and go. But honey, I like it like that, because you know what? It makes the time go by faster so I can get back to my husband, because I'll be missing him. That's my buddy. That's my pal. I really miss him a lot. We have a lot of time, good time laughing together. Witches killed. They try to. And I believe a lot of them do. JW, the passport grannies are making nice African men bitter. How are they making them bitter, JW? The nice African men don't be bothered with the passport grannies. African Goddess says she's dating the guy that was in her Kenyan video. He mentioned he resided in Atlanta. She can come here to Atlanta and go. No, baby, she can't do that, Miss Smith, and live in a little Ethiopia or something from that vibe. But that dude ain't her boyfriend like that. You think that dude, if that dude is rich, do you think, are doing got half a job? You think he ain't got no woman in the United States as many pretty women here in the United States? No. And these women here are beautiful. So no. And they got class, and especially in Atlanta. No, he got his pick in Atlanta. You think he really sitting there with a nobody? No, he's playing her. Okay. She can do the trios for him. All right. He ain't even got to do nothing. Just rent the place for them to have the trio, the Freakazoid sessions. And that's what he did. He rented the place for the Freakazoid session. So when I come, I can bring my friends and we can go do the old Freakazoid. We can go do the Freakazoid sessions with the old Freak of the Week. 100, she needs to do something, Miss Smith. This smacks of jealousy, Mal says. She carries herself. Look, y'all. I just played a video where she says she cook and she clean and she give blowjobs to men who are not even her husband. And this dude said she carries herself well. We just played a video last week where she's on there saying she pays her debts in coochie coupons. And this person says she carries herself well and that I am jealous. Wait a minute, what else they say? I don't see where she's sleeping around. This is negative. You don't see where she's sleeping around. You don't see where she was kicked. Okay, well, keep watching because I'm gonna break it down to you. You see where she was kicked out. You see her house in Ghana. In Vin Man's house. She's been kicked out of there. Okay, she don't live there no more. You see what happened last week. If you didn't see what happened last week, go back. You see she was kicked out of there. Okay, she lied and said the prince just put her out, beat her up and beat her like a man, but she ain't got no marks on her, and she carries herself well. When she's handing out them coupons and doing them BJs, I guess she is carrying herself well. She got people coming from Atlanta to go to do trios with her, honey. So I guess she is carrying herself well. Miles, she is a 304 by her own words. See? Thank you. Thank you, but she carries herself well. Boy, oh boy, man. ES is a wannabe spiritualist. Yes, she is. Yes, she is, Mystic Dime. And it gets scary when it gets real. And ain't learned nothing real about herself or her ancestors. And that's crazy. That's how you know she's not real. That's how I know she, like spiritually, I just be smacking her all upside the head because she's nothing. She's just nothing. She's nothing. She come out here and present like she's this spiritual person, but game recognize game. And my spirit knows she's a punk. My spirit knows she's a punk. My spirit knows she's playing games. My spirit knows what she's doing. And guess what? And she knows what my spirit knows. She know I'm the realer. She know that. Trust and believe. She know that. She know I know. All right? Because like I told y'all, game recognize game. Spirits recognize spirit. She know I was born and raised in this. She know that. She know from the time I was born, they were whispering this in my ear. So she know I can spot the fake. She knows she's fake. She's a wannabe. She saw it on TikTok. She saw it on YouTube. So I want to be a witch. Instagram, all them Instagram wannabe witches when was out, COVID. But she was a wannabe a witch from a long time ago because I told y'all she went to Chief Amechi school. That's where she learned it. And then they come here, but she got put out the school. She didn't graduate. She got put out because she was trying to sleep. Well, she slept with Amechi, then she slept with Montana, and she thought if she slept with them, they would get, allegedly, I wasn't there in the bedroom. This is just allegedly what Princess Yoko said, and I played the video for y'all last week. So if you want to go check it out, go check it out. But Princess Yoko said she slept with Chief Montana. She didn't get what she wanted. So then she slept with Chief Amechi. She didn't get what she wanted. She wanted to take over and run, and she think them coochie coupons is going to get her somewhere, and they're not. Ma'am, coochie coupons has never got a black woman anywhere but disrespected. That's it. For you to get anywhere in this life as a Black woman, you better do what Tupac Shakur said. And you know what he said? He said you better keep your head up, your legs closed, and your eyes open. And I live by that. I live by that. Head up, legs closed, eyes open. Eyes open. Do you think it's jealousy or just a cautionary tale? Right. For Black Righteous would call this a cautionary tale. She would say this is another cautionary tale of what not to do when you go over there, because you're going to end up like this. I'm telling y'all, for one, they don't like older women. They don't like older women. They want a young woman. Okay, very seldom. You could, but I'm not, no, I ain't going to say that. I'm not going to say some of them like older women. Some of them, don't mind age, because in Islam, age really doesn't matter, because like I told you, his first wife, peace be upon him, was 20 years older than him, Khadijah. So the Muslims don't look down on it like that, but they look at your character, and her character is flawed in so many ways. And how they can tell? Her actions. Like the prince said, it's your action, it's your character that's going to abuse you. Your character is going to abuse you every single time. It's going to tell us who you are every single time, who you are. I was thinking the same thing. ES having all the sex with all those different men in Africa. STDs on fleek. But think about all the spirits you letting into your body. Think about that. Think about that. That you're not just laying down with them, you laying down with all them spirits inside of them. And they coming in to parlay and play inside of you. If y'all go to church and y'all church ain't teaching y'all this, then y'all need to get out of that church. I don't even think people go to church no more. But they need to tell you, that's how the spirits get in you, through sex. That's a portal. And you're opening yourself up to them and whatever's inside of them. Jealousy of being homeless. Yeah, that's what we're supposed to be jealous of. Being homeless, or being sleeping with all these men, not having no husband, being her age and don't even know where you're going to lay your head from one day to the next. We're supposed to be jealous of all of that. Don't even know the visa requirements, but you some solo traveler all over Africa. You've been traveling for 16 years, but you don't know no visa laws. You illegal in Ghana, and you illegal in what's the name? And Kenya. And now you want to be a tour person? No, she wants to make some money. Now remember, this is my opinion. I'm just giving y'all my opinion. The Arab men in general, no, they can't stand you for real. No, they don't respect you at all. They use you for sex. They think you a sex thing. That's it. And they're going to dog you. They're not going to respect you when it comes to the sex. They're going to do everything they want to do that's corrupted, that's disgusting. They're going to do that to you because that's what they think of you. She changed the co-owner thumbnail. Which one is it? She's not a trio. She's a train. What? She's a train. She's a train. Yeah, she is a train. She ain't a trio. She's a train. Because it's a long list. And they all ride the train. And Ben Man, the leader. Ben Man right in the front. Woo, woo. Get on board. Get on board, little children. Get on board. Get on board, little children. Get on board. It's beginning to look like she's running from something. Usually we know when we know when to throw in the towel. She don't have no place to go. See, it's just like here when you go, all of us, just about everybody on here is either going through the empty nest syndrome or they're about to hit the empty nest syndrome. And when you hit that means your kids is grown. Your whole life changes. Your whole life changes. But see, she when she's at that age, but she don't have no kids. Her kids don't have nothing to do with her. She don't have no family. She don't have nothing that a grown woman has. You see what I mean? Nothing. So she got to keep playing these games with y'all. She got to keep coming on YouTube playing these really sick, twisted games. And she got to keep playing with these men. And all these men is going to just use you up. They're going to violate you in every way they can. And then when they're done, they're done. They don't take women like Ia serious. And I'm telling y'all the honest to God truth. They do not like, they like you for a good time. Just like the black man here. You think they're not going to take her serious. They're not. They're going to sleep with you and send you on your way. All right, now I want to show y'all. We're going to watch this one. And this one, we watched this before. But for some reason, people still don't realize ES is a self-proclaimed witch. She told us she was a witch. All right. For some reason, people don't realize. They keep on saying it's not true. She carries herself well. Does she really? Well, let's see. Just in case you missed this one too, whoever you are. Somebody asked me last week about her being a witch. So I'm going to show you where she says herself how she was dabbling with all of this witchcraft, worshiping these other gods, doing stuff she wasn't supposed to do. And Vin Man too. He says his family was into voodoo, witch and warlock. Really? That explains why he was with her. Pay attention. Because every time I watch this, I hear something that I didn't hear before. So let me see this again. This is fair use. And we can't watch this video on her channel because she's deleted this channel. Because whenever people find out who she is, she hides the truth. All right. Now, another way I'm telling y'all, Vin Man don't really care about her, is look what she got on. And y'all might be like, what, Kiki? But I'm telling y'all, them African men, they don't let you go out the house wearing anything. They don't let you come in front of the public wearing something like this. They would never do that. Oh, hold on, y'all. It's about to thunder. I got to give my dog some medicine. Hold on. Let me tell Beautiful to give it to him. Honey, because she's scared of, Kiyomi is scared of y'all, of thundering and a lightning and fireworks. This dog is, we took her to the vet. They said this dog is over 100 pounds worth of muscle. Nothing but muscle, right? Do y'all know the dog is scared of fireworks and what is this, lightning? And do you know she tries to sit on my lap when she's scared? This big, huge dog. So we got to give her medicine so she can calm down. Give her two, Beautiful. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to throw that in. I just heard the thunder and I'm like, oh no, she gonna start acting up, trying to come sit on my lap in a minute. So, okay, now this video, let me tell y'all why this is significant, what she has on. This is another way I know he doesn't care. And then we see the leggings again, the black leggings again. So, because they're not going to let you come before the world. This pretty much is naked by African standards. She's sitting up here with her underwear on in African standards. If an African man loves you, ladies, pay attention to what I'm saying. They're not going to let you wear that. They're not. They want you completely covered up because they don't want nobody. They don't want no other man looking at what they got. They selfish like that. If they care about you, that's how, just like the black man here. He ain't gonna let you sit on TV. He ain't gonna be like, nah, you need to put some clothes on. You ain't going up there dressed like that. That was another sign. I'm like, oh, he don't care nothing about her. Okay, now listen, y'all. This is her telling you she's a witch. Okay, what's the problem now?
Okay.
Okay.
Business.
And I wanted to travel all of the African countries in peace and quietness, just like the rest of them. Yeah. Did it happen? Some of it.
Okay.
I started eating all kinds of foods and drinking all kinds of drink that maybe I should not have. I started paying for things that I maybe should not have. I started praying to shrines because I thought that was the right thing to do, reclaiming my roots, dressing in African apparel as
But how
we're
does she
supposed
know
to
her
do,
roots? Okay,
bowing to
let's stop
African
right there.
gods.
So this is the thing, reclaiming your roots. But we don't, all of us come from different places. Like if you look at my DNA test, you see these different places that I come from. You see these different ethnic groups, okay? So if she doesn't have a DNA test that's telling her this, oh, I think she does though. I think she did because she did the African history one where she found out she was from Sierra Leone. Okay, but if you not from these places and you not from these tribes, you can't go there and call yourself reclaiming no roots. You can't do that because there's no roots there to reclaim. Just because it's Africa doesn't mean that all of Africa belongs to you and you need to reclaim roots in Africa. No, it don't work like that. It's got to be your family lineage. And that's the part we always skip. We just want to join. And that's what happened to Chief Amechi. I told y'all what happened to him. He just wanted to join. They told him no, but he joined anyway. And 3 days later, after he returned from joining the Mami Wata sect, he was passed away. And they, to this day, don't know what happened to that man. And if they know, y'all tell me, because last time I checked, they didn't know.
As you know, believing in African gods. Completely abandoning who I knew myself to be, because in America, they tell us that we are no people, that we don't know ourselves. We're just these slaves that, we don't know nothing, and we have to come back to Africa to find ourselves.
And that's not true. Now, let me stop right there. That's only the case if you want it to be the case. If you're going to sit up and wait for the school system to teach your kids and to teach you about your history, they're not going to do that. That's not their job to do that. That's your job. That's your family history. You need to teach your family history. My family taught me my family history. They didn't depend on the school system to teach us that we were warriors because they knew they weren't going to teach us that. They didn't depend on the school system to teach us that we're all about respect, that your name is all you have. You have to be a respectful person. You have to be an upright person. Your word is your bond. The school is not going to teach you that. So this, they didn't teach us that. They didn't teach us to love ourselves. They didn't. That's your mother's and your father's and your family's job to teach you who you are and to teach you about your family. You're going to depend, like my grandmother said, you think somebody who won't even teach you how to read is going to teach you about who you are? Why would they do that? They're not. So if you don't know your history, it's because you don't want to know, because you didn't take the time to find out.
Some of you don't know this, but I was actually robbed during broad daylight, thrown out in the street after someone came crashing into my room. See, that predicament actually began by a very naive American who sent me there. So that whole occurrence that everyone saw.
Chief Amechi or Chief Montana, one of them. But now you see she's changed the story. Now she's saying they robbed her in broad daylight. Last week it was, he beat me like a man and he threw me outside with all my stuff. And I'm out here on the curb after he beat me like a man, but I don't have not one mark on me. Now she done lied and changed the story some years and say she was robbed in broad daylight. No, we don't know that story, ma'am, because that story didn't happen. You just made that up. In my humblest opinion.
Publicly, this is the thing, I'm not placing the blame. It's just that I would never send myself to harm. It's just that sometimes we as Americans, we lead ourselves into places that we don't know because we've never been there. We never experienced it. So yeah, I was one of those who was robbed during daylight. I can laugh now because I got through it. This American that led me there had never been there, is a leader for many that are going to those same shrines that I was going to. This American that led me to where I went and found my demise also led so many other Americans here to Ghana, to the shrines.
I told y'all.
Do you know what the king of the codes is?
I told y'all. This is what they were doing, okay? This is what they were doing. A lot of them came during that time. A lot of them came from that Chief of Mechi school, Atlanta. Remember that video? What's his name did about Atlanta, the pseudo connection? Okay, I'm gonna show y'all that after this. Okay.
Their illnesses, to be healed of this and that, to find money, to bring their families together. All this and that, all of it is temporary. All of it is a scam.
So she said all of it was temporary and all of it is a scam.
Long story short,
if all of it was temporary and all of it is a scam and you was a part of it, that means she's a scammer. She just told y'all that. She said it. I didn't say it. She said it. I was involved in a big scam to get y'all over here. It's all temporary and it's all a scam to get your money. And I was a part of it. So I'm a scammer too. But guess what? I ain't a scammer no more though.
That are going to those same shrines that I was going to. This American that led me to where I went and found my demise also led so many other Americans here to Ghana, to the shrines, to pray, to get divinations, to correct their illnesses, to be healed of this and that, to find money, to bring their families together. All this and that, all of it is temporary. All of it is a scam. Long story short, I found myself wanting to build community here. I wanted people to feel what I felt. I just thought it was the right thing to do, you know, like lead people where you think they're supposed to be led. So it's almost as if I cast this spell upon myself, this illusion upon myself that I need to abandon everything that I was and that I was doing, everything that I knew, and come back and reclaim something that was just not there.
But something she said,
another spiritual practitioner, a shrine holder.
That's not her job to get you to make you come to Ghana, to place people where they need to be, because that's what it was about. It was about manipulation. That's witchcraft, y'all. Witchcraft is manipulating your mind. It's manipulating you to believe something that's not true. She just told you that.
This American that led me to where I went and found my demise also led so many other Americans here to Ghana, to the shrines, to pray, to get divinations, to correct their illnesses, to be healed of this and that, to find money, to bring their families together. All this and that, all of it is temporary. All of it is a scam. So that means you were a part of the scam. So they were sending us there for this healing, for this new life, for this new whatever, a new beginning, and they knew it was like this one. I was about to call her something. Lord, forgive me. I know I was about to say something I don't even normally say. So this lady knew what she was doing. She went there to do this. This is what UN made a video and said in this video years ago, that this was the plan for them to go there, con us into going there, and get as much money as they could out of us. So if she was a part of the scam, what does that make her? A scammer. Long story short, I found myself wanting to build community here. I wanted people to feel what I felt. I just thought it was the right thing to do, you know, like lead people where you think they're supposed to be led. So It's almost as
Lead
if I cast
people
this spell
where
upon
you
myself, this
think they're
illusion.
supposed to be led. Lead people. That's witchcraft. That's witchcraft and manipulation. Because look, lead people where you think they're supposed to be led. That's not how it go. The Almighty God don't even lead you where he think you supposed to go. He let us make choices. He let us decide. He may suggest real quietly, I think you should go left, Kiki. I think you should do that. But he ain't manipulating my mind, trying to force me to go a direction where he think I should go. And wait a minute, this is a human doing this. Do y'all understand that's witchcraft? This woman just told you. I was a part of a group who manipulated people to think, to go where we wanted them to go, which was Ghana. And look how raggedy Ghana is now. All that money for nothing. Who got all that money? The people didn't. The city didn't. The infrastructure didn't. So who got all that money that she helped them get? She sure didn't get it. Look at her.
On myself that I need to abandon everything that I was and that I was doing, everything that I knew, and come back and reclaim something that was just not there. Another spiritual practitioner, a shrine holder. After a few months, I was informed by the chiefs that that was a bad idea because whom I was associated with, those whom said that they were helping me and doing all of these things, were actually thieves and parasites. I did not say these words. Neither did I really hear what the chiefs were saying at that time.
So the chiefs were calling Chief Montana and Chief Ameche thieves and parasites. That's what she's saying. That these people she was associated with were thieves and parasites. So what are you? So what does that make you?
Because I'm new to the environment. I don't understand the language yet. Even when it's translated, they're telling you something, but we don't really hear it. Even when I was talking, when all of this stuff was happening, people didn't really hear me because not only did the spell come over on me, it was on everybody that was around and looking. A complete spell to influence people to see us in a higher light, that this is the best thing to do for African Americans. Come back and claim your heritage.
Okay, now like right there. She said the spell came over her, just like it did everybody else. But then she tells us, but she was a part of the spell to make y'all perceive her in a better light than what they really were, to perceive them as higher than what they were. So how are you under the spell? You're not under the spell. You casting the spell. You with the spell casters. You could tell. Because she just said for you to see us in a better light. But how? I thought you was under the spell. I thought you was falling too. You was being controlled too. But how are you being controlled when people are the people y'all controlling are worshiping you?
Parasites. I did not say these words. Neither did I really hear what the chiefs were saying at that time because I'm new to the environment. I don't understand the language yet. Even when it's translated, they're telling you something, but we don't really hear it. Even when I was talking, when all of this stuff was happening, people didn't really hear me because not only did the spell come over on me, it was on everybody that was around and looking. A complete spell to influence people to see us in a higher light, that this is the best thing to do for African Americans. Come back and claim your heritage and things like that.
And she still talks about that. She has not changed her rhetoric. She still says that's her rhetoric. She's still using the spell. I told y'all that. I told y'all she's still using the spell. I told y'all that. She's just trying to make y'all think it's something else, but no, because she's still using the rhetoric. The same thing she was using then, she's still using now. She just told us.
So, like I said, all of that trauma, all of those bad things that were happening, I had already completely moved on from that very temporary relationship. But unfortunately, the internet can be extremely toxic. They create stories. They create a visual of what they want the African American woman to be. We're not perfect. but neither are we looking really for problems. We're not looking for that. We're just trying to
the fact that she represents herself as the African American woman, yeah, that's a problem, because we're not like this. We don't worship spirits that we're not supposed to. We don't try to manipulate people and put them where they're supposed to be. A real Black woman don't do that. A real Black woman doesn't manipulate your mind so you can see her higher than you ought to, so you can basically bow down and worship her. People who do witchcraft do that.
Find a place to be safe and cool so that we can deal with our trauma. Even if we have trauma, just because a woman comes from America doesn't mean that she has trauma, you know? Or when you really think about it, sometimes maybe we just had some bad experiences.
Yeah, this elevator's been a dream. We've just been, we couldn't be happier.
I have to pay
we
this
just couldn't be
thing,
happier, and we haven't had one.
You know, but we moved forward. It's not really a big deal. So guys, here's how it went. When I'm coming into the realization that I've been bamboozled and that I've been robbed during daylight, I started working on myself, exercising, taking care of my mind, my heart, eating well, just focused on myself, focused on building. I meet my husband, my now husband.
We know that's a lie. We know that's not how it happened. But see how she changed the story for the new people? You see that? Because listen, now she's saying she met Vin Man after she went through all of that. She's not saying that she was creeping around with Vin Man, making videos of her and Vin Man laying in the bed. Remember, we seen that last year. Their soft porn videos. We seen that last year, not last year, last week. Remember? So, but now she's changed the story, because that's what a witch does. She manipulates the situation. She's a liar. So now she's saying, I met my husband while I was going through the healing. No, baby. You got put out because you got caught cheating with Vin Man. Okay.
And this is when the earthquake happened. This is really important what I'm telling you guys, right? Because at that time I was actually being groomed to be a spiritual leader of my group, of the people that would come.
I thought she had stopped doing it. Now she's telling you she was being groomed at that time when she was with Prince Ayoko to be a spiritual leader over y'all who going there.
Here from America. I brought in hundreds of people who believed me. They were persuaded by pretty much everything that I said, because this is Africa. You're supposed to believe it, right?
Wow. This lady has told y'all what she's done to y'all. She's told y'all why y'all find her so beautiful. She's told y'all why y'all find her so irresistible, when she's just a doubt. She's just a nothing. She's just a nobody. Just a nobody. She's a grown woman who never grew up. I don't know how old she is, but she's trapped. In her mind, she wants to be 20 years old. She's acting like a 20-year-old. And this woman has told you everything she's done. And y'all still dare to come on here and say somebody's jealous.
The spell was not only cast over me, it was cast over anyone who was wanting to connect this way.
That's a lie. She was not under the spell. How are you casting the spell and under the spell? She's the caster of the spell. She was with the group casting the spell. She told us that. But then she want to keep going back, playing both sides of the fence. But I was under the spell too. I was under the spell just like y'all. But then I was casting the spell. Y'all was supposed to worship me. Y'all was supposed to give me everything. Y'all was supposed to believe everything I say, just like they do. Just like her followers do. Give her money for the bed. Where the bed?
Okay. So, like I just said, I had moved on from that situation, but I was still living within the compound, because I'm the type of person that even though you're not seeing a person anymore, you can still be peaceful, right? Well, some people are not like that. So
no, she was still living in the compound because it was free. She lives off of people. I told y'all that. Everywhere. I don't think she's ever paid for a place to stay. Like a long-term place to stay. I don't excuse me. I don't think she has. I really don't. I don't think she has, because she was in Prince Ioko's place. She didn't pay to stay there. She was there for over 2 years, or nearly 2 years. She was in Van Man's place. She didn't pay to stay there. Then when she went to Kenya, she stayed with Bridget. She was supposed to pay to stay there. That's why she had to hurry up and get out of there, because she had to start paying. She didn't want to pay. Then she went to stay at the Airbnb. She stayed there for free. That was one of her subscribers' place. So I don't know about Egypt. That's why she's sleeping on boats and stuff, because she actually has to. And then the apartment, after she did the trios, allegedly, then he pays for her a studio so he can come for her freakazoid sections in the studio. He didn't even get her a real apartment. He got her the cheapest one he could find. The cheapest thing he could find, he got it.
That is why we saw that blow up. And it almost looked like a love triangle. That's what the YouTube wanted it to be. No problem.
Wow. She said it almost looked like a love triangle because YouTube wanted it to be that. This lady is really a sick, twisted liar. In my opinion, this lady is, from what I seen last week, that is not what happened, honey. You was out creeping with this dude. This dude had the nerve to come into his house and pick you up. You snuck out the house like a little kid. He didn't even have the decency to come to the door to ask for you. You crept out like a little sneaky kid, creeping out. You didn't come home till late or the next day or whenever, and he was worried. They didn't know where you were. And even if you was with another man and they knew you was with another man, you still dead dirty wrong for doing that, because that's trifling. You staying with another man and creeping around with another man. And to this day, you still don't see nothing wrong with it. Instead of her admitting she was wrong, what did she do? I'm just gonna lie. Wow.
Who's getting the last laugh now?
Certainly not you.
I was living with devils. People that don't have God. And I was one of them.
Yeah.
Because I believed things outside of myself. I thought I was supposed to come reclaim the heritage. Like, guys, I'm just getting started. I'm not even there yet. I'm just getting started. Total abandonment of self, total abandonment of everything I knew myself to be, for shrines, for a spiritual system that's not even helping the African people. So if you ever wonder, like, why is there underdevelopment in some areas? Why is the thinking like this? Why is that Africa need to get it together? Africa, they need to get united. If you want to know why it hasn't happened yet, I am sharing with you why it has not happened yet.
Let me pause. I'm gonna move on to a next segment over here.
No,
she hit on a couple of things.
We don't want to hear you. I don't know what happened to him.
I just found out that if you have 2 cars,
I don't know if he something happened to him or not. I can't find anything on him, and I don't know his last name. I mean, I don't know his real name. Oh yeah, I gotta get premium. I can't stand these commercials.
She found God.
She found God. Please, she ain't found no God. She ain't found the God we serve. She ain't found the true and living God. She found one of them other little gods she be serving. But this lady is still doing what she do. It worked for her. She want to try if she can get it to work again.
Spot right here, because I thought
Matthew 24:26. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you.
Now, all this time, y'all know this woman don't be quoting the scriptures. Y'all know she don't believe in Christianity. This woman says y'all know why she, okay.
Behold, he is in the desert. Go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers. Believe it not. And that's in the English translation.
Okay. Let me, even for those who may not understand.
No, we don't want to hear
you. It said that there have been many people who.
Honey, we ain't trying to hear you. He is annoying. He probably say the same thing about me. He probably be like, she is annoying. All right, hold on. Let me get to where he quit talking. And this is when the husband gonna say, honey, he used to do voodoo too. He was a witch. He's a fuck. Oh, God.
It's not so much about it being real. If you are in that life, it's very real. Like you become subject to it. There's a way to not be subject to it. And that's when we get into going back
and
to
that
God.
kind of thing. Come High Man Network, I'll join my wife and we'll talk about voodoo.
He has a lot to share.
Yeah, because my family and my grandfathers, they are I have more of them, they are very spiritualists, and they are popular in our kingdom. And so we need to share in the voodoo in how it's helped and how it's destroyed. This is very, very important. So you come to High Mind Network, that is where my wife is talking about spirituality and different kind of issues. So we would like to share with you guys there, like, about the spirituality, about how it destroy people, about how it help people. Everything have the bad side and the good side, and how you need to deal with the spirituality, and how you need to like hold yourself with that kind of things.
He has a phenomenal story of his own. A phenomenal story of his own, guys. And yeah, he was out of that.
So if I ever run across, if you ever meet a man who tells you this story about his family being highly spiritual and this voodoo stuff, and it can go they can use it for either good or bad, which is true, run. And he lives in the village, run. Do you hear me? Run. That ain't nobody you want to be bothered with. Nobody. You better run as fast as you can, like the gingerbread man. Because you see what she wound up with. Nothing. His motorcycle parked in her living room. Because see, if they're heavily into voodoo, and it's probably their traditional religion, and he's right, their traditional practices, they are, believed as good. I mean, some people believe it as good, and some people take it. It's how you use it. It's just how you use it, and he's right about that. But you don't know how people are using it. So I'm not trying to be around people who even use it. You see what I mean? I don't know what you practice, but if you let me know that you practice this, I'm not kicking it with you. I'm just not. But she felt like, oh, I'm safe because they practice this. No, they recognize how weak your spirit is and how you like to play spiritual games. So guess what they did? They played a game with you. Got you to develop that land, tow up that house, using that land where you had that house for whatever. And I'm sure he done fixed up the house where the other wife lived with the kids. I'm sure they living lovely. Took the big screen TV out your house and put it in somebody's house. That's what they do to you because you're nothing. They don't respect, and you admitted that you playing with the spirit world and you was using it for bad, and you think they're going to welcome you into their family? No, they're not. They're not going to welcome you into. That's a very dangerous game. They're not going to welcome
that
you
before in. I was, and it took me. It's good that it all worked out the way that it did because, guys, I was not in a good place. He helped me on out of that. Yeah. It was not good. Can you imagine? He's from here. He like, let me tell you what's really going on. That's a blessing when someone from here can tell you the truth about what's really going on. That is our blessing. And if I can do my part with making sure that you land well wherever you are, I'm gonna do it. People don't like it. That's their problem. What you gonna do about it? I know myself now. I know what I did was wrong. And I've been cleaning it up and working it out. Yeah. And these are it's important that we share this with you. I would feel bad for you not knowing these things. Are people getting murked because they're just Americans walking around? No. I think that our surroundings maybe be attracting it. Unfortunately, we might be just choosing wrong locations, or maybe we've said something to someone and they're envying,
we don't care. All right. So that's where she tells you she is a witch. So please don't act like you don't know or you didn't hear her say that. because you do know. Said she was a part of it. She said she was a part of it. She said she was a part of it. She said she was a part of getting people to come here, come there. She was a part of getting people to have, she was a part of getting people to come. Hold on, y'all. I want to show y'all this, what UN said about them. Because he said he thought, but he didn't have any proof that they were doing some type of magic. What's his name? What's their name? Chief Amechi and them. Okay. He felt like something like that was going on with them, that they were using some type of magic on people. Hold on, I'm trying to see where that video is he made about them, because he said something. But see, back then I didn't really. Here they go. Okay, let's see what he said. Right. Okay, hold on. I'm about to show y'all what he said about them. But see, all back then we didn't know what was true. So let's look at this. And this is what he found out about them. Now, this is one of the people she was talking about, Chief Montana. Ouch.
Ad hoc edition of the Unapologetic Negropian. Today, I want to speak to you about someone who's been in the shadows whilst this Gambian saga has been going on. I want to speak for all we know. So yeah, if you know more about him, please let me know in the comment section if you know more about his history. But I've done quite a bit of reading up about the things he has done and the things that he's doing right now. And that's what I'm going to go through with you right now. Before I even start, I'm going to tell you that I didn't speak to Chief Montana, but I did speak to one of his associates. And I spoke to him about the work Chief Montana did. And it was very surprising what he told me. I'm going to go over the things that he spoke to me about a little later on in the video. Based out of Burkina Faso, under the guidance of Dr. Malidoma Some. Through his trainings and natural talents, Chief Montana is a gifted diviner and healer whom is committed to returning the African to his and her indigenous self so that they may fulfill upon what they came into this world to do and be. So essentially, he is there to reconnect people with their ancestral spiritual powers so they can be further enlightened about themselves, where they came from, and also what they're supposed to do in their future.
Okay.
It's pretty simple. It goes in.
Okay. So that's what he was doing. All right. And then she's a part of this organization, right? And she goes to Africa. Remember, she says, but it's all a scam, that everything they were doing was nothing more than a scam. Is he real? Let's see what this says.
On the phone, the associate of
this is Art Kathy,
Chief Montana.
Okay? Oh, because I told you she was a part of it too. Art Kathy was a part of it too. She went to the school too. It was a lot of them. And a lot of them was coming from Atlanta. And that's what he was saying. What was the connection? Because remember, Art Kathy was from Atlanta. I just can't believe Art Kathy is gone, y'all. That's just crazy. But that wasn't the one I wanted. I wanted the one, here it is, from Atlanta to Banjul. See, this is the one he was saying there was some type of connection. Can y'all see this? Between all these
Hello
people.
And welcome to another day in paradise, and welcome to another edition of the Unapologetic Negropian. In today's video, Today, subscribe, share, and he was that kind of person. He just didn't like European Americans. That's what I call them, Euro-Americans. He didn't like Euro-Americans. He didn't want to live around them. What kind of person, where would you live in the United States if you wanted to sort of immerse yourself in the black populace? So he went to live in Atlanta. My uncle is typical, I would say. He is above board. Emails come in from people who have had experiences with the Exodus Alliance, experiences with talking about. West Africans in general are very, very nice people.
All right, y'all. This is
inventing themselves, but in the wrong kind of a way. They are upgrading themselves.
Yes.
All of a sudden, a paralegal is a top barrister.
Yeah.
You know, or a nurse's assistant has become a doctor, or you know, or a registered nurse. They will upgrade themselves, and this is what a lot of these characters have been doing once they've moved to West Africa.
So he was basically looking into that connection because he noticed that a lot of them, excuse me, were coming from this school, this Chief Amechi school. And remember, I told you what happened to Chief Amechi. Chief Amechi was a part of this, and the school was like they taught you about nature, they taught you about witchcraft, they taught you, you know, just about making your own medicine, different stuff like that. And you were supposed to go back to Africa and could get everybody else to come back with you and help them connect. There was always a price to pay for any spirit work you do. And she's right. That's why you have to choose who you're going to serve and what price you're going to pay. Because all of them come with a price. All of them. To serve the God I serve, you can't lie, you can't cheat, you can't steal. If people do you wrong, you can't do wrong back to them. You got to pray for them. Because somebody do evil to you, you can't do evil to them. He's a humble, merciful God, the God I serve. So I have to be humble. I have to be merciful. Those are the rules. No matter how angry you get, no matter how wrong you feel, you have to follow my rules if you want to be a part of me. So she's right. Every God, every spirit you follow comes with rules, work that you have to do. That's just the way it goes. Montana wishes he had a school. I think he did have a school, Mystic Dime. Go check and see, but I think he did. I got to find a video. This wasn't the video, but it was a video the UN did, and he talked about Chief Amechi. It might be, that might be the name of the video. And in the video about Chief Amechi, that's when he talked about that school they were all in, and that how Chief Amechi went, that Montana was a part of the, well, maybe Montana didn't have the school. Maybe Chief Amechi had the school. Is that who had the school, y'all? Maybe he's the one who had the school. So you don't think Montana has a school? Okay, here go Chief Amechi, y'all. Let me show y'all this one. So hold on. This is the one. So Mystic Dime, it was a flop. Lit was a flop. Unsuccessful in the end. And it was Amechi's. Oh, either it was Amechi, either the unsuccessful to the end. Wait, let me go up here. What she's saying. She said it was a flop. Wait, yeah, let's go back to what she said. Okay, Mystic Dime says, no, it was not a cult. Okay, she said it wasn't a cult. Oh, you worked with him. He died before it got to that. So you worked with Amechi. So is it true that they ever find out what happened? Is it true that he died 3 days after he got back from pledging to the Mami Wata sect and he wasn't supposed to? And was it true that they denied him and that somehow he went around them and he I guess he paid somebody, someone said, and he was able to get initiated and then he died 3 days after. Is that true, Mystic Dime? I guess he really showed her. Mystic Dime says, I am not on the Amechi PR team, but Montana is a grifter. That's not nice. There is always a price to pay. Yeah, when the spirits that you do. Okay, Montana wishes he had a school, so maybe he didn't have a school. Lit was a flop. What was lit? It was a flop. Oh, it was a flop. So his school was a flop. It was a flop. Unsuccessful in the end. It was Amechi. Either the school. Amechi had the school. Oh, Amechi had the school. Okay. Oh, 7 days, y'all. So it's true. Oh my God. Northern Ghana don't play. I told y'all. Oh my God. So hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me show y'all what James said. Hold on, because this was I looked this up. This was crazy, y'all. After I watched this, I had to go look for myself.
MMA fighter, but before he turned pro, he was just amateur.
Okay, so he's telling you about this dude, his
Actually
background.
Set up the intelligentsia. The why is quite convoluted.
Hold on, let me go back.
Bear with me, guys. It's coming.
Now remember, this is what ES was a part of, okay? This is who Prince Ayoko says she slept with this dude too.
Time we spoke about the intelligentsia, we spoke more about ES's involvement in the intelligentsia, why she was kicked out and so forth. We spoke, in regards to Chief Amachi, we spoke about how, but we didn't really go into why he actually set up the intelligentsia. The why is quite convoluted, but in order to get a firm grip on why he would have set up this organization, we need to go back into Chief Amachi's life. We need to go back to the point in which he wasn't Chief Amachi. Yes, we're going to go way back to the point in which he was just known as Ronald Glenn Humphrey II. So Ronald Glenn Humphrey II, he was a professional MMA fighter, but before he turned pro, he was just amateur. So that's it. What he was doing, he was running around the amateur scenes, trying to make a buck here and a buck there. He was also an actor as well, so he played a lot of parts as an extra in many TV films. He had dreams to make it big, and like most people do, definitely like most actors do. He went to the Tuskegee Institute, a world-renowned college, and he was well educated. Despite the accolades in his education, he wanted to have what everybody else had in America. He wanted to live the American dream. In 2009, he got that chance. He became a professional fighter, and he fought professionally for 7 years, which is a pretty long time, really. But I mean, in 2009, he would have already have been past his 30s. So he wasn't going to have a long career in fighting. He, of course, is not stupid. He knows that he's going to need something in order to raise his own profile after he had finished fighting. Ronald, again, got lucky as he was casted to appear in the movie The Black Panther. Black Panther started filming back in 2015, and Humphrey actually retired from MMA fighting in 2016, just a short while after he'd finished filming Black Panther. So you've got to imagine there's a steep cliff that he is looking at. You can see that he really doesn't have a huge choice in terms of forwarding his career. He wanted to be an actor, but when he got involved in Black Panther, something sparked something inside him. He developed an overwhelming love for Africa. He already been there before the Black Panther movie, but it was the Black Panther movie that got him involved, got him interested in African spirituality and the spirit world. So he traveled back to Africa, traveled to northern Ghana, and he met up with the Mami Wata sect.
Okay, so this is what happened.
Is the people who taught him his trade.
So remember, northern Ghana is where ES was. She ain't there now. They done ran her out of there.
As a diviner. Tambo Elder was the person that taught him. And if he was teaching him right and correctly, he would have taught him a few vital rules to being a diviner. He found his calling. He was in the perfect place, doing the thing that he loved. He was learning and he was healing. He was doing everything he wanted to do, and he was getting paid for it. So Chief, and the now Chief Amachi, went back to the United States and he set up his school for diviners, the intelligentsia. Now, Chief Amachi was just not some other diviner looking to make a quick buck. This guy really believed in the magic that he had harnessed for himself. He believed that he could teach people how to capture and use the power of the ancestors. The intelligentsia was extremely profitable and it was very successful. ES was one of his earliest students. So people knew him. He was Hollywood famous. He was famous on the fight scene, but he wanted to become famous and just as successful in the African spiritualism realm. He knew he had competition all over the United States, especially where he was planning to set up down there in Atlanta. Yeah. I mean, this is a hub for these types of sects and organizations. So he did something which was going to set him apart, something which many people would think and believe ultimately cost him his life. Yeah. Take a look at this.
Chief Amachi, who went to Africa to be initiated into the Mama Wata religion, but he was already in it, died, and allegedly of malaria. When people are doing wrong, that the ancestors would take them out. First of all, they said he died of malaria going to Africa, right? But how are you going to die from malaria when you can't leave the United States unless you receive the proper immunizations to leave America? Well, that is because he was injected with something before he left. And how could the ancestors protect him if he's a part of a crooked crew of people, and you up there bamboozling your own people, then damn it, the ancestors gonna come back and whoop your ass. You see, the ancestors took that big melanated brother up out of here for a reason. Yep. And I'm speaking harshly because there's a part of him that he was good for the community, but there was a back end to him that he wasn't good for the community.
So what exactly?
So that's the problem. And she's right. They're not going to let you do that they're going to bring you down. They're going to bring you down. You cannot use God's name and scam his people. He don't play. That make them madder, and then I'll get out. When you scam and use them to scam, oh wow. That's the worst you can do.
Exactly was the wayward renegade witch. What was she talking about? What was she accusing him of? Well, in that video, you could see that she accused Chief Amachi of practicing the mixing both voodoo and hoodoo, two opposing parts of African spiritualism, and concocting a powerful, potent cocktail of sorcery that could be used to do some rather bad things. Yeah, I could see where Chief Amachi was going with this, actually, because he knew that the power of the hoodoo was extremely strong. So people would come from far and wide to come and see him and come see his students. And students would come from far and wide in order to get taught by him, because they would see tangible effects of his sorcery. But mixing voodoo and hoodoo, okay, and I do say voodoo as in voodoo, not voodoo, okay, because I know now, after doing the research, that voodoo and voodoo is the exact same thing, just said in different languages, okay? So the mixing of these two African spiritual entities is extremely dangerous. Not only that, but he was trying to profit off it. He was trying to make money off it.
He was scamming people
These
off of it.
are very powerful gods that he was playing with. I mean, these are powerful entities that he was trying to make a quick buck out of. And essentially, he went back to Africa to see his teacher and to go back to the Mamiwata sect to be initiated. And 7 days after he got back to the United States,
7 days,
he was dead.
Yeah.
Here's an explanation on why hoodoo is dangerous.
All right. So we're going to stop right there.
Let's talk about.
So that was him. And that's what happened. And that's who school she went to. And that's the one of the dudes she was messing with. And the first one, first one I showed you, Chief Montana, was the other spiritual dude that she was messing with. All right. Beautiful, turn on her music. He was crooked. I can't lie. Oh, so Mystic Dime said he was crooked. Character, that's it. Oh, wow. She's speaking facts. Oh, remember this? Oh, I remember this, Mystic Dime says. Blessing says, there are several spiritualists on YouTube who say that you must have an ancestral link to the spiritual deity, Mamiwata. You do, etc., because the deity will reject you. And this is true, and this can cause you. It is true. You can't just, girl, you can't just go up. You just can't go to the house of water, to the Oshun house, and say, I am a child of Oshun, and I am your daughter. And they don't recognize you. They're not going to recognize you. They don't recognize you. They're not going to accept you. So you try to pretend, and that's what's going on with a lot of these women. You try to pretend, oh, I'm going to dress in yellow. I'm going to dye my hair a certain color. I'm going to wear all these seashells. I'm going to be because Oshun was pretty. So they all want to be the daughter of Oshun, but they don't know the whole story of Oshun. And so they claim to be part of this water sect, but they're not. They're not, because it doesn't, though the spirit doesn't recognize you. And if it doesn't recognize you, it's going to reject you. And you could either get hurt or you can lose your mind, one of the two. But that's the worst thing you can do. Hey, Sharon, how can Vin Man come to another man's house and come to meet her? I don't understand that, especially in Africa, honey. That don't go on over there. You stay, but unless she lied to him. See, that's what I'm thinking. She lied to them and said she was just staying over there. You know, she was paying them for a room to stay. Okay, because she did meet him as a trainer. I told y'all, somebody wrote me. Now, this is allegedly. I don't know if it's true. Allegedly, Ben Man was an escort. All right, him and his friends were escorts. And that's how, and he did also personal training, but he also was an escort. And one of the ladies gave ES his number and said, call him, girl. And she did. But she the one got hooked. The other ones didn't. If you have good character, right, she's right, Mystic Dime. That's why I don't never be afraid when I go. If you have good character, you'll be fine because they can spot it. They know. They know. Yeah, and if you got good character and that's why I tell you, if your intention is good and they know you good, they gonna look out for you. The spirit world gonna make sure you fine. They gonna make sure don't nothing happen to you. They gonna make sure you good. But if you go over there like ES on shenanigans, they gonna play you every single time. The ancestrals to be fine in the ancestral system, but I respect everyone's different path. All right. Wow, the wicked backstory of ES evolved with. Yes. Facts. Yeah. This is the wicked backstory that she doesn't want you to know. This is who she is and this is what she does. You cannot tell me she's not still doing this because it worked for her. It made her money. So she's not going to stop doing this. You still see how she wants you to look at her. She wants you to look at her and admire her. She wants you to look at her and worship her. She wants you to look at her and want to be like her. The same thing. To go on this trail and be a vagabond. To be a shyster, in my humble opinion. This is what I'm seeing. I watched the videos. I looked at the things she said, and I'm just responding to what I see and what I felt from what I saw. Now, this visa stuff. Let's hit on this real quick, then we're about to get off. Because this visa is ridiculous. That she doesn't know. Vin Man is a mess too. Yes, Rosie, he got to be, because unless she lied to him and said that, didn't tell him the truth about the relationship, she probably done that. But we hit on the visa kind of in the beginning. Like I was telling y'all, this woman, how can she advise you to come to Africa? How can she advise you on running a business in Africa? How can she advise you or talk to you about anything when, like I said, this woman has been run out of or kicked out of every African country she's went to. She was run out of Tanzania. The man wouldn't leave his wife. Think she couldn't do her little voodoo over there. I couldn't even put it on voodoo because voodoo is a very respected religion over there. Her little wannabe witchcraft. She couldn't do her wannabe witchy poo stuff over there. She couldn't hook the people in. So see, she blaming it on Ghana, but it didn't start in Ghana. It started before she got to Ghana, y'all. This started when she was this started way back when she was in a Mechi school. She saw what he was doing and she wanted to duplicate it. She felt like, I can do this on my own. I don't need him. So she goes to Tanzania. All right. She goes over there. Like, I forgot, I think African Goddess or somebody said last week, it wouldn't work in Tanzania because in Tanzania, they don't pay for spiritual readings. See, again, how is she advising you when she doesn't even know? She called herself being a leader person. She gonna make money off her ancestral readings, but she go to a place where they ain't even into they don't pay for ancestral readings. That shows you she don't know what she doing. So then she leaves, she gets run out of there because she ain't making no money. The dude is not gonna leave his wife for her. So she goes to Ghana. When she's in Ghana, she wants to run it all. She can make money over there, but she wants to kick the men out the thing. She wants to run it. She wants to, so it's because it's her plan. Y'all, it's her plan. She goes there with this. Ain't nobody talked her into nothing. This was her plan to make money. She just told us that this Amechi allegedly was scamming people. ES went under him. ES learned from him what to do. So this is what she tried to do. It wasn't working. All right, it wasn't working at all. So it wasn't working because the princes, the chiefs in Ghana ran every single thing. The chiefs over there ran it. They wouldn't allow her to do it. So she saw, oh, I can't make money here. So let me try to sleep with what's his name and see if I can print the prince to see if I can get him. Once I sleep with him, maybe I can talk him into being with, letting me do these readings. No, it didn't work. So maybe I can marry him and he'll give me some land and I can have this village. Because what was the thing? She was supposed to get the women to come. That's why she always trying to do a village, because she has not given up on her goal to get you to come so she can have a village, so she can be the madam and she can run everybody. Sherry says the lady has mental and emotional trauma. She needs to be quiet then. The lady that believes this whole are gullible. Yep. Voodoo is a science way above ES level. It sure is. She ain't never lied. It's way above her level. What she do is low level black magic stuff. It's low level. It ain't even black magic. It don't even have the power of that. It's just low level kitchen wannabe witch stuff. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's enough to get you and other people in trouble. Because you see, like I said, she's been run out of, kicked out of every place she went. Now she back in Egypt. She probably gonna be sleeping on a boat soon, using the bathroom outside soon. Because again, where does she get money from? We don't know. YouTube, but that ain't enough. All right, y'all. I'm done. I'm tired. I gotta get ready. I gotta do my hair. I'm tired now. This woman done wore me out talking about her. All right, y'all. I love y'all so very, very much. We are done with this series on ES, so don't get it twisted. All right, don't be following nobody who's been run out and kicked out of every country they've been to. All right, because she's a wannabe witch. Don't get involved in stuff that you don't know what you're doing because you're cursing yourself. All right. Thank you, Sojourner, for watching. Sherry says West African voodoo requires murder. Oh, don't say that. No, it don't. It don't require that. But I'll take that because it does require some requires a blood sacrifice. She's live now. Oh, is she? Because she know we talking about her. Because she know we talking about her, y'all. She know we talking about her. But honey, we done said what we had to say. We done said what we had to say. Girl, she in Egypt sleeping on a boat. Is she sitting out? Mr. Dorcas, is she sitting outside? Is she sitting outside? Is she sitting outside with that coat on in Egypt? That's all I want to know. Is this fool sitting outside? Is she sitting outside with that stupid coat on? So which one is she live on, y'all? Oh, here she go. Poor thing. Poor thing. Y'all ever seen what is it? I can't remember the name of it. But it's a song, and they always in the movie they always say, "Poor thing." Yeah, yes, it's poor thing. What is she on? Which one is she on? Mr. Dorcas, because because we're talking about her. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. here. Bad news. It's because she know we talking about her, y'all. It's 3 a.m. 3 a.m. in Africa. I am knocked out. I am sleeping good, honey. I am knocked out and sleeping good. Especially, where is it, honey? She's in Egypt sleeping on a boat. Wait, I didn't look to see if she was outside. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm telling y'all, these people are ridiculous. I told y'all. See, she's outside at a restaurant at 3. Where is she at 3 a.m., y'all? We don't know where she is at 3 a.m. We don't know where she is. But why is she dressed up like that at 3 a.m.? Because witches wannabe witches don't sleep. She up stirring up her potion. But then she mentioned Kiki loves Nigeria, and they're like, no, you don't want to do that one. Ask Black Acres of the Gambia. You don't want to mess with her. That's the one that's real. Don't mess with her. So that's why she's sitting up. Who at 3 a.m. is sitting up fully dressed with makeup on? What is going on here? 3 a.m. Y'all know what I'm doing at 3 a.m. in Africa. I am knocked out sleep. And when I wake up to talk to y'all, I'm not waking up with a full face of makeup on. But she wants y'all to think she's been kicking it all day. I don't know. We about to get off here, though, so we can go see what she's talking about. Black Americans killed in West Africa are ritual killed. They probably are. Some of them probably are. This person says, some voodoo needs animal sex. Yes, she's right. Not all of it. Good night. Hey, Rosie, don't forget to go in the comment section. Yeah, she knows we talking about her. She's trying to pull some people off my live to come over on her live. That's what she's trying to do. Oh, thank you, Celeste. She says, great blog. Thank you. Well done. Oh, everyone. Yes, y'all, please don't forget to check out the movie Black String. What is that about? Black String. Tell us about it. Dressed nice. She dressed nicely too at 3 a.m. in the morning. Mr. Dorcas, 3 a.m. in the morning in Africa. I don't care if it's here at 3 a.m. in the morning. You're going to see me at 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm not looking like that. That's how you know this lady is fake. This lady is fake all the way through. 3 a.m. in the morning. Honey. Bah. Why are you up? Why are you woke? Homeless. I ain't got no bed. Thank you for your chat. Aw, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, girl, right. ES is too old to be living like that. Because let me tell y'all, once you get middle-aged and older, you can't live like that. I'm telling y'all the honest to God truth. Your body don't allow you to live like that. Your body be sore. You got to sleep in a good bed. You got to go to bed at decent hours. You can't be having nonsense all around you. You know, you got to have a peaceful, cushy environment. You can't be just living haphazardly, getting up in the middle of the night, going to pee. No, outside. No, you know how often you got to go to the bathroom as a woman in the middle of the night? And this woman got to go in the bush. Oh, God, she too old for that. I kind of feel sorry for her. Trying to act like or pretend like she's soon to be a billionaire. Exactly. But quit playing with us. Keep it real with everybody, lady. You struggling and you know you need to come back home. But she knows as soon as she come home, ain't nobody watching her. She knows she gonna drop. She ain't gonna have no income for real. She ain't got no skills. She ain't got nothing. She don't have nothing to fall back on. She can't do nothing. She can come here and go get a job at Walmart. That's all she can do. Because all the migrants is leaving now. You can get a job at Walmart. Before, you couldn't even get a job at Walmart. But you can get a job at Walmart, ES. You could be a greeter. Oh, they don't have them no more. Celeste says, oh, about that, I wondered if she had a place to sleep. Honey, I don't know what I don't think this woman got nothing. I'm sorry, but she is looking good in the video. She probably is. Like she's on a date. But who's looking good at 3 a.m. in the morning like that? That's how you know everything about this lady is fake. Everything. You can't sleep and you up at 3 a.m. looking like that. You got a full-fledged makeup on. She all dressed up. Honey, bye. She looked like he said, like Mr. Durkin said, she looked like she on a date. Okay, wait a minute, y'all. Kiki, you are an amazing woman. Appear live more often. You are very beautiful. Oh, thank you. I will. I'm sorry. I will. But I get lazy, y'all. I'm sorry. I get lazy and I just be like, I don't feel like it. Or I'll get into the story. And then by the time it's time to come on, it's like, because I don't want to come look at any kind of way unless it's 3 a.m. in the morning. But I promise. Because if y'all can sit on here with me, the least I can do is fix myself up and show my face. Witchcraft and sex. Yep. But the people involved don't know about this. She's right. And that's, yes, witchcraft and sex. Because she likes to use sex as witchcraft. Y'all don't know that, but there's a thing called sex magic. And some people use sex as magic. They use sex as witchcraft. When you're having sex with them, honey, they're trying to cast a spell on you. And that's the truth. You don't believe me? Look it up. Happy Pedal Time says the streetwalkers are fully dressed with makeup at 3 a.m. in the morning. That's the only person that's fully dressed with makeup on at 3 a.m. in the morning. The streetwalkers. Because a respectable lady, she ain't out like that at 3 a.m. in the morning, y'all. She in her house, sleep. And she probably has a husband, you know, because women are married there. They don't run around single like that. So this, like, you giving this, you nobody's saying that you a streetwalker, but you giving the streetwalker vibe. You giving that streetwalker vibe, you know? You kind of throwing that out there. But it's deeper than that, Celeste says. Oh, she said it's about to go to bed at 9. Okay, you gonna go to bed. Okay, I'm about to go to bed too, honey. I'm about to go to bed and watch this crazy fool at 3 a.m. who dresses up and put makeup on at 3 a.m. Larry Fly, she's outside drinking coffee with no coat on. Because I told y'all to go to them little places she go to, she got to buy something. She got to buy something so to sit there and use their Wi-Fi. Because why ain't she at home doing the video? Why ain't she in the house doing the video? This how you know this lady ain't real. She ain't real. She is not real. She's so fake. She ain't even real for herself, y'all. She ain't even real for herself. Wow. Sharon says, I agree with you, Kiki. She seems very fake. Honey, the fact that when I just looked at this woman fully dressed with makeup on at 3 a.m. in the morning, no, she's fake. Ain't no real woman doing that. I don't care if y'all are talking about me. If I get up and get on YouTube, I'm going to get up like with my head scarf on, my pajamas on. We talking like that. Because there's many dimensions to Kiki. It's ones with the make, like on this picture. I don't have on no makeup on this picture. I am at the airport on this picture, getting ready to leave. I don't have on not a stitch of makeup. Oh, I do think I got on some on my eyebrows. I'll take that back a lot. But no, I'm a real person. You're going to see me with makeup. You're going to see me without makeup. Either way, I'm still Kiki. Laugh out loud coffee and oats in Egypt in August. And a coat. She says it's cold there. But wait, they said she didn't have her coat on tonight. See, I wasn't going to say it, but all right, y'all. Let's go watch ES. Let's go give her a big old boost. She needed it. She needed it. So let's go watch ES. Let's go give her channel a boost, because I can't believe this woman is up at 3 o'clock in the morning. She trying to, but ES know to keep my name out her mouth. She knows. She know. She know. She know. Gang recognize. Gang. ES know. She know who the realer here. She know. She know. All right. She know. That's all I can say is she know. She know how way far back we go. We go way back. She know what I'm talking about. I'm going there now. Okay, Mr. Dorcas, I'm going too. Okay, Beautifully says, what's her new channel? She changes it too much. I know, because she don't want you to follow her. Now it's called My Wish, My Command. All right, y'all, go over there now. My Wish, My Command. All right, stay there. You still up. All right, girl, let's go over there. We're going over there now. All right, y'all. I see y'all tomorrow. No, I won't see y'all tomorrow. I'll see y'all later. All right, I love y'all. Bye-bye.